Hey, I'm Stephanie and welcome to my walkthrough of my website created for the web dev module. Should number is 403-13964. Okay, so I'm going to bring up the website here and you can see here that it's hosted on the live server. And then we can see that all 500 albums are displayed in Bulma cards, listing the artist, the year, the genre, on the album. And then along the top we have the navigation bar, which allows access to different parts of the website. I'm going to display here that the website is responsive using the Google extension, which allows the website to be viewed in like mobile app or mobile view, and then we can see that the Bulma cards are listed, are arranged for viewing. I'm going to close this, and then we have the see review button within each Bulma card, and this allows the user to link into additional information for each album, and we can see here that the album is passed from the previous page from using a get, and then I'm actually going to log out here because I shouldn't be logged in. So yeah, whenever we're not logged in, there's buttons that are not visible to unregistered users. Also we have a little bit of information here about the album, and then along the bottom here is a grid card which displays the comments left by users. I did have some trouble separating out the comments left by users. This was grouped together, and then I had some trouble splitting the group can, which is explained a little bit more in my report. So that, and whenever I log in, we can see here that as a user, I'm going to log in, and whenever the user logs in, the additional buttons are displayed to allow the users to either add a review or favorite the album. So I'm going to log out and show you how the user can register an account. So if we just pick on register here, we have this form is displayed, and then the user can enter their details. I'm going to show you here that it won't let me add an invalid email address. So if I go to register, please include the @ so it's register and it's not valid. I'm just going to and then I also added this feature to allow the user to be able to add an image. So I've got one here, and then I'm going to register. Whenever I took this to the live server, I did get an error message. So the user can register their account and then view their account details. When they view their account details, then we have the additional section of the website allowing the user to view their favorites, their owned albums, and then the reviews as well. I use Font Awesome to add these icons to the buttons. So then if I go back into the main website, I'm going to go back in to show you. So once the customer has registered, and then we have the additional features of the favorite and the like. We can add favorites to the user can add favorites. So I'm going to favorite this, and then it says we love this one too, add it to your favorites. And then if I go back, I say we'll add a few more. Oh, it's been a bit slow. Let's see, we'll favorite this one. Okay, let's favorite this. Favorite this, and I'm going to show you favorite this one as well. them being added to the database then here. So you can see that there's no favorites in the database currently. And then if I refresh this, you can see that the user has added the favorites here. I'm going to go back here, and then also the user is able to add a review. So it brings us to this little user page. Loved it. It's added to the user's reviews. Then I'm going to display how the users can search for albums. So all users are able to do this, and you can search for albums based on year. So 1998, and it just displays your results, and then maybe you can search for albums based on the artist. Okay, and then I'm using this filter to be able to display albums based on genre, and also genre again, and then also the artist as well. If I go back here, I'm just gonna. Okay, so I've shown that the users are able to search and filter for albums, being able to register an account, and then also registered users having different access to be able to add reviews and favourite albums. The way that the login and log out function works is with the use of sessions. Sessions give the website state. They allow us to store the data in a session variable, and then this is passed to different web pages for the data to be used. And also the add and favorites function works by using the get superglobal and post superglobal, and then if the user's logged in, it's checked to see if the session is set, and then if the session is set, the query takes place. I also kept in mind security when the user is entering information into the website with the use of real escape strings to prevent SQL injection, although HTML entities probably better. Okay, so now I'm going to show the admin side of the website. So the specification was to allow admin users to be able to update album information. So I'm going to show that now. So if we take, say, this one and change the information about this album, so album information is here, and then the name as well. So this side of the website was created first, and it's before I got to terms with the CSS frameworks, so it looks pretty basic, but then again, admin side of websites don't need to be as user friendly and user interface look aesthetically pleasing as say the user side. Works in the same way, and my main concern was to understand the functionality of the website, and then as things progressed forward, I got to terms with the CSS frameworks and making things look good. So I'm going to log in. So actually I'll go back and show you. So I was changing that, changing the album information and the name of this one. Same information is pulled from the previous, just a different framework, and that's why it doesn't look as good. So there's no button here displayed to allow editing. So if I log in, admin, email, what was 7, 1, 2, 3, yeah, and I'll change the name, edit it, the edit button appears, say, oh, I have Grammarly on, and that's why it's picking up this thing here is activated. So I'll say Stephanie sang this song. I'm going to update, and then if we go back to this, we can see definitely sang the song. Okay, so if I go back here, and then I'll show you how you can change the album information name as well. And again, this is the admin side. It's pretty basic. Yeah, so this is, again, it's using the get superglobal to pull the information to change the name. And then I'll say second album. The update was successful. Back to the albums, and then if I go back to the home page, second album. Okay, so let's stop it there. Okay, so I'm going to take the last few minutes to go over some of the code. You can see how a lot of this has gone over in the report, but I'm just going to give you a quick overview. So this is how the files were stored. I put them in folders, and then some of this code at the bottom here, it is just things that I was trying out, or maybe just whenever I was practicing at the beginning, just getting to terms with things. And you can see that I have files containing the CSS. And yeah, actually I may show you a lot of this, yeah, as I said, it's reviewed in the report, but maybe if I just show you here the inner join here that was used for the second page, which displays album reviews. So inner join was used to link the tables, and then gripconcan was used to group the review comments. And yeah, the grid at the bottom of the second page was quite tricky to get the gripconcan functions to display appropriately in the grid. So I used this thinking that it would maybe work. And yeah, then I couldn't split it to have it displayed in like the grid here at the bottom. And then whenever the feature that I was showing, that I reviewed at the beginning, it shows that the GAT is used to like pull the information from here, and then also there's used again to pull the information from here to be able to update and add the favorites. So if I show you that, maybe where it is on the code. So this is the star rating here, just stored inside different span tags, and then this is the button here to add the review, so it's sending a GAT to the next page. Also the same for the favorites, and then if I go to the favorites, then I check the session to see if the session starts, because the user's logged in, and then if the user's logged in, then the session is started, and if it's not, it's redirected back to the login page. We can see here. Okay, so that was like a whirlwind tour of the website. Just also going to quickly mention, like the include function here is used to connect the to the database, connect the website to the database, and then we have the style sheet connection to the style sheet here using a link. And yeah, that's everything. And then this is just a little bit about the favorites. So we have again the include function at the top, getting the nav bar and the database connection, and then the session session start, and then it's asking if it's not set, or else if it is set, then get the session and get the GAT from the previous page to insert for the query to run. And then this last little